Hi there. It's the time of year to make some fairy gardens because it's getting nice outside and we can take some out with some live plants. But the gardens that I have here to show you today are really different than the ones that I've made in the past in my videos. Always I was outside gathering components to put these fairy gardens together, and I would collect fancy beads and all that stuff. These are different because these are kits, and these are available for kids from age 4 and up. And everything that you need to make the fairy garden that's here is inside the box, which is really cool. You don't have to go out looking for things. And the other really cool thing here is it involves growing live plants. So each one of these gardens that I'm going to show you has seeds, soil, and all the things you need to make the garden grow. So I'd like to just take a minute and show you up close what each one of them looks like. It's kind of a collection, and it's a fun thing for kids to collect, work on, plant, grow, and then collect another kit. So let me show you what it's like. It's really fun. Okay, the company that puts these gardens out is called My Fairy Garden. And this one is called Bean Blossom. And what's special about this one, it has magic beans. And the magic beans have words on like dream or smile. You don't know what you're going to get in the kit, but you're going to get 2 different words. And the beans will grow into a beanstalk. And this one's really cute. It's a teapot fairy house. And it contains a fairy and a frog and some other things. Let me show you in detail. Okay. With this one, you use the tip of the spout as a watering cup. And that's how you're going to water your beanstalk. The beanstalk will be planted in the top of the teapot, but at the bottom of the teapot is a door that actually opens. And on the spout of the teapot is a little swing for the fairy to sit in. And it really swings. And then there's also a shovel to use to plant the seeds. And that's what I think is really a cute little kit. Okay, I'm going to show you another one now. This fairy has a little bunny to play with. Let me turn the box around and show you the details. This fairy is called Willow, and it says use Willow's stand to make her look like she's flying and attach the cord. So you can make her appear to be hovering around, or you can put her inside the bottom of the tree trunk and use the furniture that they provide and the bunny to go inside. There's gardening tools, trowels and rakes and shovels. There's furniture that you can use inside or outside the tree. And then also there's seeds to plant the fairy garden, and they're guaranteed to grow. There's soil and a growing leaflet included. It's a magical seed mix, and it will grow flowers and look nice and lush and green. Okay, that's a cute one too. Let me show you the next one. This kit is called Lily Pond. It's grow your own magical garden that looks like a lily pond. I think this is my absolute favorite. Let me show you how this works. This one has a little water slide here, and it has a little upside down teacup for a house. The teacup has a door that opens, and then there's seeds and soil and growing tips and leaflets with a magical seed mix. And this fairy is called Calla, and she can stand, or you can make her look like she's flying by attaching a cord. It has a little bridge that goes over what looks like a pond, but you use the watering can to drip the water over the plants, and it runs down the stream. And this is a plastic bed actually, and it feeds the water into the rest of the garden to grow the plants. Isn't that cute? I think that's really nice. Okay, one more to show you here. This is called Magical Cottage. Grow your own magical garden. And this has a little fairy in it and a pet. I think is that a rabbit? This one has a little fairy in it and a little brown rabbit. It has tools to plant your garden. It has a watering can, and you can use the watering can to water through the mushroom, which spreads the water all across the dirt and makes the seeds grow. Let's turn this around. I'll show you the back a little more clearly. This is actually like a pot of that you would grow a plant in, but it has a separate level. Inside the pot, you can set up a little table and furniture and put the fairies inside through this door. It has a nice little sidewalk and plants outside. And you can see how they use this cord to make the fairy fly through the garden. And then when we need to water the garden, take the watering can and drizzle it down through the mushroom to make the plants grow. Isn't that cute? These are really fun fairy gardens for kids. And what's nice is you have the live plants and the cute little fairies too. And if they have several of them, they can fly from garden to garden or interchange. In fact, this company also has separate pieces that you can buy to enhance your fairy garden. But you don't really need these. It's just that they're a lot of fun to add swans and birds and chicks, owls, fences and fire hydrants and butterflies, all kinds of neat things. So your imagination can go crazy on these. Okay, I think I'm going to put one together for you and get the growing season started. So let me get the box open and I'll show you how to put one together. The one I decided to show you first is called Bean Blossom, and this is the teapot that grows a beanstalk out of it. Alright, I also wanted to mention that all of these kits by this company, which is called My Fairy Garden, are available on the Amazon link that I put in my description. Okay. Alright, so everything's nicely packed, you can see. Alright, and then I'll show you each piece as I take it apart. Alright, I'm going to give myself a little more room to show you this. I'll put the boxes behind me here. Alright, now the fairy's packed nicely in this little nest here. We'll get her out, and she has a frog for a friend. Here she comes. I want you to take a close look at her because she'll disappear into the background, but she has nice soft wings. Can you see those? How pretty they are. And cute little frog. They look like fun. Okay. Alright, what else do we have? 2 parts to assemble the teapot. And the door opens, as you see, and there's a little window in the back. There's another part to the pot where the soil goes in, and the spout that we talked about to water the plants. Alright, we're going to see how to put this all together with a little booklet. Oh, very cute. What we have here is the little thing that makes the fairy fly. Alright, I'm going to have to look at the directions. This is different than making your own fairy garden where you don't look at the directions. But this is fun. Okay, inside this little plastic bag is compressed soil. Okay, maybe you've seen something like this to grow your tomato plants in, but it's hard and we need to sit it in a bowl of water to let it to start to soften up. Okay, while that's softening up, we're going to put this fairy garden together. Now, I just want to read you a little thing inside this booklet that will come for the child that you might purchase this for.
Tell me a story.
I'm going to tell you the story. Did you know that fairies are everywhere? They are. Not everyone can see them, but for those of us who can, they're a magical sight. Fairies love nature, so usually you'll find them near flowers and trees and toadstools or among the other wild and beautiful plants. You can invite fairies into your home by creating magical gardens. It's true. They will quickly become your friends when you give them a lovely home and help them care for it. Okay, that's how you start this garden. And then there's step-by-step instructions of how to put this together. So while the soil is softening up, let's start following the directions and putting the garden together. All right, we're going to take the two sides of the teapot, and this is the part of the vessel that holds the soil, and we're going to sandwich them in between the teapot sides. Okay? Now, if you open the door, you'll see that you can still work inside of here, and the plant will grow in this part. All right, before we snap the sides together, we're going to put the hammock in place. And you can see it has two little points where the hammock will rest. All right, notice where the tips are on the hammock. We want to line them up with the holes on this side. There we go, nice and gentle. And squeeze it together. And then we're going to put something to hold it in place. And this also has another job. But this will fit right over the ridge of the pot. Holds everything secure. See that? Right over the edge. Alright, then we have some other things to dress this up. We have this spout. We have the little swing. And now there's a hook on there. And that hooks through this hole here. And then it hooks on to the fairy swing, which clamps on from both sides. Very easy. All the little pins guide you. And into the swing is where the fairy could sit if she wants to. But we'll save her till after the plant is planted. Okay, so it's a nice little fairy place to lay on her hammock or take her pet frog in there. Now, look what happened here. Here's the magic beginning already. That little puck that we put in a bowl of water, the water's gone. And the soil is all nice and moist. So we're going to take the soil and use our little shovel and push it in. And the directions say that if you have any dry spots that come from the soil getting moist here, that just go ahead and add some more water. Just want to make it nice and full for our beans to grow. Alright, now we have it mostly filled up here. You can see it's nice and moist. Alright, take the moist dirt and stuff it in there. And then take your tool and just fluff it up enough that we can insert the bean. Now, this comes with 2 beans. And the surprise is, what do your beans say on them? This one says, can you see? This one says smart on one side. And on the other side, it says kindness. Can you see that with the camera? All right. Now, what they suggest here, you only need 1 bean plant. So just put 1 bean in there. And save the other bean for another time. Or if you want to use the other gardens, you can put one of the beans in the other gardens. We're going to plant smart in here. So you want to tuck this down about a 1/2 inch under the dirt. Make sure it's completely covered. You can even use a little bit more of the dirt that you have to make sure it's covered. Now we want to water it nice, and we're going to use the little watering spout. And fill it with water. And water that little bean. And the first time you do this, make sure you have it really good and moist. Because it's going to make that little bean sprout like magic. Now you should water this every few days with about this much water. That's why they have this little measuring tool. Okay, we're going to start with that. Replace this here. Let me wash my hands a minute and we're going to finish constructing this. Alright, now just the first time that you plant the seed, you might want to try this little trick to make it germinate quicker. You can place this whole thing inside a plastic bag. You can put a Ziploc bag or something over it and it will help the seed germinate faster. Okay, once the plant starts growing, the beanstalk grows tall. You know the story, right? So we're going to put a trellis here to make the beanstalk grow. It just clips right into that hole there and it stays secure. And as your plant grows, you can wind it up through this trellis, which makes it nice and tall and straight. Alright, now we can add the shovel. Has a special little holder here, so if you ever need to toss the soil around a little bit, you can use the shovel. It's right where it belongs. We have a little special cord here. It's on a wire to help the fairy fly around if she wants to check out her garden. And there's a holder for that. And the fairy can be on this through a little hole that's on the back by her wings. And if you have now you can control the fairy on the wire a little bit, moving her around. She can fly all she wants back and forth. And it's a nice way for her to see what's going on in the gardens. But if you want to just play with your fairy, you can take her right off. You can take this wire off too. You don't have to use it. It's an extra. And you can let the fairy sit in her swing, which is a really cute way for her to be. Isn't that cute? Or she can have her frog with her, like that. Or, if she's ready for a nap, she can go inside the teapot and lay down on her hammock and take a nap with her little friend, the froggy, right with her. Night, night. So, I think this is a really cute little fairy house. And what's nice is everything's included. So, if you like that, give it a try.
Will you show us in a couple weeks when it grows?
Yeah, I'd like to have you come back after I make all the fairy gardens in this collection. And after they all start growing nice, lush plants, I'd like to bring you back and show you that. And then as we go, maybe we'll add some cute little extras here, like mushrooms and ladybugs and things like that. But we'll wait till the plants start growing for that. Okay? So, hope you like this video. It's quick and easy, complete, and a lot of fun. And I'll put the link below to Amazon where you can purchase this if you want to. But have fun making fairy gardens. There's nothing like the magic that comes out of them.